Antiques Roadshow guest stunned by George Harrison guitar, the full story behind the rare instrument. The Antiques Roadshow segment featuring George Harrison's rare fretless Bartell guitar left viewers and the guest owner in awe, not just because of its staggering valuation, but because of the rich, personal history behind it. As expert John Baddeley examined the instrument, the story unfolded like a lost chapter of Beatles lore, revealing connections to not just one, but two of music's greatest legends. The guitar's mysterious origins, a prototype with a rock and roll pedigree. Paul, the guitar's current owner, explained that the instrument was a 1960s Bartell of California prototype, an experimental fretless model so rare that only a handful were ever made. Even more intriguing was the claim from the company's owner that one had been gifted to John Lennon and another to Jimi Hendrix. "This is the Lennon one," Paul revealed, sending a ripple of excitement through the crowd. The idea that this very guitar had once been in Lennon's possession, before somehow making its way to George Harrison, added an almost mythical quality to the instrument. But how did it end up with Harrison, and how did it eventually land in the hands of the guest on Antiques Roadshow? The answers lay in the golden era of rock and roll and the close-knit world of session musicians, from George Harrison to a session guitarist, a gift between friends. Ray, the guest who brought the guitar to the show, shared his personal connection to the instrument. As a session guitarist in the 1970s and 80s, he often worked for Handmade Films, the production company founded by George Harrison. "I was asked to play guitar on a session, and at the end of it, George handed me this and said, 'I'm not sure what to do with this. You have a go?'" Ray recalled. He described the guitar as a strange old thing to play due to its lack of frets, but Harrison, amused by Ray's experimentation with it, told him, "You're definitely getting more out of it than I am." With a laugh, Harrison then made the offhand but life-changing remark, "It's doing better for you. Why don't you have it?" John Baddeley, grinning, pointed out the significance. "Well, that's not a bad accolade that you can play better than George Harrison." Ray, ever humble, downplayed his skill, joking that the guitar wasn't exactly built for hard rock. "Unless you're going to play slide or something, it's not the greatest rock and roll guitar," he admitted. But its value, as Baddeley would soon reveal, had little to do with its playability and everything to do with its history. The smoking gun, a photograph that sealed the guitar's provenance. Provenance is everything in the world of rare collectibles, and Baddeley knew that without solid evidence, even the most incredible story could be dismissed as legend. That's why the photograph Ray brought with him was, as Baddeley put it, the icing on the cake. The image showed George Harrison in his iconic Friar Park home, surrounded by his vast collection of instruments, and there, unmistakably, was the Bartell guitar, its unique design and maker's name clearly visible. "That puts that guitar in this room in George Harrison's house," Baddeley declared. "I think that's 100% certainty. It is what it is." With the guitar's connection to Harrison and potentially Lennon now indisputable, the only remaining question was, what is it worth? The jaw-dropping valuation, a guitar worth $500,000. Baddeley took a moment to emphasize the guitar's dual appeal. First, as an ultra-rare piece for guitar collectors, a fretless prototype from a boutique California maker, but more importantly as a relic of rock history. To own a guitar that was once owned by both John Lennon and George Harrison, can you get a better history? Baddeley mused. Two of the most important rock stars of the 20th century. After a dramatic pause, he delivered the staggering estimate. "At auction, I wouldn't be surprised if it made between £300,000 and £400,000. Approximately $435,000 to $535,000. The audience erupted in gasps. Ray, visibly stunned, could only manage, "Amazing. That surprises me because there it's been on the stand, just playing it." He laughed in disbelief, adding, "I've never really thought about value, with George being a mate and that. Wow. A lucky encounter." And a moment of reflection. Baddeley, clearly delighted by the discovery, congratulated Ray on his incredible luck. "It's a good thing you were there on the day in the recording session, and he gave it to you. And here it is today." Ray, still processing the revelation, admitted he didn't keep the guitar at home, joking, "It's lucky I don't keep it in the house." As the segment wrapped up, Baddeley reinforced the importance of the guitar's backstory. What's really important is the provenance, and there it was in the photograph, in George Harrison's collection. Wow, you can't do better than that.